Thailand has reported the first case of the Wuhan coronavirus found outside of China.
The mysterious new pneumonia virus that sickened dozens of people in the Chinese city of Wuhan has been confirmed in Thailand.
The female tourist from Wuhan has been receiving treatment at a hospital near Bangkok since last week. The authorities added they are confident that they can control the situation.
Thailand's constitutional court has found the Future Forward party not guilty of conspiring to overthrow the monarchy. The verdict spares the opposition party from being dissolved.
Now, obviously, there were scenes of jubilation and relief following the verdict. There have been chants of long-live democracy and also chants of Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha to get out. Those have echoed through the halls.
That retired Los Angeles Lakers basketball star Kobe Bryant has been killed in a helicopter crash. It happened this morning.
12 people have been shot dead in Thailand. Police say a soldier went on a shooting spree in the city of Korat.
Within the last 2 hours or so, began shooting on a military base in the city, near the city.
And the Oscar goes to Parasite.
The Constitutional Court judges ruled that the opposition party be dissolved and its 16 leaders banned from politics for 10 years. On university campuses around Thailand, there is a political awakening underway. Students representing a new generation of Thai protesters are coming out to call for the removal of a government still largely run by military generals who staged a coup in 2014.
Thailand is set to ban all travelers as it imposes a state of emergency to combat the COVID-19 pandemic. Now it's closing its doors to all but Thai citizens and foreigners with a work permit.
It is a watershed moment in the 60-year history of Thai Airways, as the cabinet of Thai Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha has given the green light for the airline to go to the bankruptcy court to file its rehabilitation plan.
Demonstrations over the death of George Floyd spread across 6 continents over the weekend. Chants of Black Lives Matter echoed from thousands of protesters in cities around the world.
Thousands, many masked against coronavirus, gathered outside the American embassy. What's your message to your American brothers and sisters?
That we're with you and we love you, and we want your message is heard over here. And we'll keep fighting the same fight that you are.
How you like that? You gon' like that? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. How you like that?
And to avoid liability, shifting production to Thailand and to Vietnam. Thailand and Vietnam, 2 places that I like their leaders very much.
Face to face in Bangkok, anti-government protesters and Thai police got into a violent confrontation 3 months in the making. The mostly peaceful demonstrations started in July, but for the second day, thousands ignored the risk of arrest under emergency decree issued the day before. As promised in an announcement just after the violence began, Thai authorities began using everything at their disposal to stop the protests, including water cannon with burning agent-laced blue water.
Listen to that! One of the shouts that they're chanting is slaves, slaves. They call the police slaves of the dictatorship. The police are just over there. They've come down from police headquarters just up the road. But these people are rushing back to the scene here. Having fled, they're all back.
Well, authorities in Thailand have revived a harsh law criticising the monarchy ahead of the planned rally today by students leading pro-democracy
Right, more
protests.
now on our top story, the situation in Bangkok. May Wong joins us now live.
Has begun voting on whether to accept changes to the constitution as demanded by pro-democracy protesters. demonstrators who want reform of the monarchy and the resignation
They refine
of the
their
Prime
demands
Minister.
to three: that Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha resign, a new constitution be drafted, and the powerful monarchy reformed. The Prime Minister has repeatedly dismissed the idea that he stepped down and rejected any change within the monarchy.
Joe Biden has won the American presidential election. He will now become the president in January, pending the outcome of any legal challenges.
I heard screaming outside. I already knew what happened. I had to run here and celebrate with everyone, man. I have no words. I have no words.
Started rolling out its first doses of the Pfizer vaccine on Tuesday.
Singapore has received its first batch of COVID-19 vaccines. It's also the first country in Asia to get the Pfizer-BioNTech shots. The vaccines arrived at about 7:30 on board a Singapore Airlines freighter service that departed from Brussels.
In 72 hours, Thailand's coronavirus infection numbers have increased by 20%.
Call for calm in Thailand tonight as the country experiences a sudden spike in new coronavirus infections. Cases have risen by 382 to more than 800, most linked to Samsut Sakhon province. Now, the Prime Minister says there are no immediate plans for a wider lockdown. Prayut Chan-o-cha says the government will monitor the situation for a week before taking further action.
Every thought in your mind is powerful. Every word you speak is powerful. Every action you take has consequences for yourself and your community. We've seen the power of the collective. We've seen what happens when we join for the same cause. Please continue to be the voice for the voiceless. Never forget, we can disagree in a way that is productive to arrive at decisions that foster real change. And if you make a mistake, that's okay too. But we all have a responsibility to hold ourselves accountable and change. Whatever the world looks like in 10 years and 20 years, part of that is up to you. I urge you to let this current moment push you to improve yourself in all areas of your life, at work, at home, activism, spirituality, wherever you can find hope, follow it.